Things Gary does.
Hey Michael, it's the end of week 3 now. I obviously didn't get a video up for week 2. That was a compound of things going on. I've had a lot of stuff happening this month, and on that last Thursday and Friday and all that time I was on vacation, and so I was in like full vacation mode, and so I didn't make the video, and I didn't even really draw when I was out there. But anyway, we got a lot of pictures to go through, so I'm just going to go through the recap. Sort of quick. All right, here we go. So day 8, I decided to draw something that our friend Dixon has requested I try to take stabs at every once in a while. And it's this character that he's had for a while thinking about. And I had some pretty fun time trying to draw her. The body took me a while to figure out, but I had the head pretty much solidified where I wanted it for a while, except I kind of messed with her hair a bit. But overall, I really enjoyed that one. I liked spilling the wine everywhere. That was pretty fun. The next one starts when I started babysitting, or not babysitting, but dog sitting my mom's dog. So I was away from my computer and everything and had to come back around to traditional mediums. And so the first one I figured it would be appropriate to draw the dog. And so I didn't get very good reference from him. He kind of, I don't know, when he knows that you're trying to like focus on him, he doesn't really look at you very well. So I had like 30 seconds of like trying to take a mental picture of his face, and then my marker also ran out halfway through, and so it was a bit of a struggle, but it was fun. I think it turned out okay. Day 10. This one is a character of mine. Been playing around with different concepts of him. Not really much I wanted to say about it, but it turned out better than I expected it to in the traditional medium. Especially pen. I don't know, I didn't have high hopes for this turning out as well as it did. Especially the hair. I didn't think the hair was going to turn out well. But surprised. Day 11 is kind of where things in this whole Inktober thing in general start to take a different turn, with less conscious efforts in a way. This one, there's really no explanation. It is just one of the things when I just don't have any other ideas, I just tend to do faces with big eyes or something. So that's what that is. However, to directly contradict what I just said, this one is the number day 12 was a picture also inspired by one of Dixon's prompts. This kind of crazy floppy dog. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with him and just kind of doing a little more clean drawing relative to the rest of the drawings I've done. It was fun. I like the little caption that I came with. I'm the spaceship, because it's an important part. Day 13 is right up my alley in a lot of ways. I don't know, there's always like this, I'm always tempted just to draw like screaming faces kind of thing, and I've been really getting back into Foxy Shazam, the band, and the lead guy on that, Eric Nally, has like a really crazy cool voice, and I just always like see in my mind him doing this kind of face, and so I decided I'd like to draw it, and I really enjoy how this one turned out. Day 14 was a different approach to everything. I didn't really have any concept of what I wanted to do, and so when that happens I just sort of draw some small thing and then kind of branch it out from there. And in this case, where I started ended up being this front face plate of this robot, and then it kind of turned into the little Orby cockpit thing that it was, and then it had the little, I don't know what the function is of everything exactly, but then eventually the puppet guy sounded like a good idea, and I don't know, it was just kind of like an evolving drawing that just sort of sprouted from itself, and I really like those. I get really nervous when I try them, just because I have no idea what's going to happen or if it'll be worth anything, but I was pretty happy with how this one came out. It was pretty fun. Now this is after Brandon and I's vacation, and we got back on day 17. And this picture is actually inspired by Brandon's expeditions in home brewing. And he had made a batch of beers that had wild yeast in them, and so that made them extremely carbonated, and they actually started exploding in the box, in the crate he had. And so we had to very carefully start extracting them because it was beyond salvage at this point. And so we started passing them. I started passing the beers to him out of the bathroom window to him outside, and we're both covered up because one of these exploded in his hands. And if he didn't have protection, it would have just really messed him up. And so passing that to him, and he'd have to put the beer in this little roll of carpet, and then try to pop it. And I was putting it in the carpet just in case it did explode, and so it could absorb the energy. And anyway, I just thought it was really funny because he was wearing his Marine Corps hoodie, and then he had like a kind of like an Arab scarf on, and just the whole situation was really amusing to me, and so thought it was perfect subject material. Day 18 is a feeling I have, or a picture I have mixed feelings about. This one kind of came out of self-evolution in a way, and then it turned into a lot of different things. I don't know. I had a weird time working with this drawing. I'm relatively happy with how it turned out. I feel like it's a little pretentious, maybe, but I don't know. I think it's fun. I like how the colors turned out and how the sky part looks and general things about it. But yeah, I don't know. I still haven't really made up my mind about how I feel about it in totality. Day 19 is kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's a typical sort of drawing for me to make. I always find myself just falling back on doing weird kind of robots that have little pieces of human aspects on them, like the little apron or whatever he's wearing and the boots and stuff. So I don't know. It feels, I like how it turned out. It turned out better than I had thought. I don't know. It's sort of weird though. It just feels like almost like safe to me, even though it could have turned out just as bad as anything else. But anyway, I really like it. I've had a lot of ideas about talking with robots and machines lately, and so that's where that came from. Day 20. This drawing was inspired by a game I played recently. It's called The Beginner's Guide by the guy who made the Stanley Parable. It's a really good little experience. It just barely came out. It's like a very narrative-driven game. It's like an hour and a half to get through, so it's pretty short, but it was really good. It was really poignant, actually, in a lot of ways, for me as a creator or whatever. And so this little prop here, I guess you could say, has a feature in a part of it, and it just sort of stuck with me. So that's day 20. And lastly, we have day 21. Day 21, I didn't have a lot of time to do, and I just kind of wanted to get something out fast, but I was kind of short on ideas, so sometimes when I do that, I either make like a Rorschach thing, but that's limited because of all the symmetry. So this one, I just take the lasso tool and I just sort of scribble it around, and then I fill it, whatever the selection comes out with, and you usually get kind of some crazy shapes and stuff out of that, and I just look for something that looks like something in it. And in this one, I saw the head of a very threatening looking rabbit, and so I just took that piece out and just sort of built off of it and ended up holding a bat and looking very angry. So it was a pretty good success. Anyway, so in the summary of it all, Inktober has been good still. I've been enjoying doing it. As a lot of fun work has come out of it for me. It's been hard just making the time for it because I've got all the Kickstarter things from Sam and Aaron that have come in, and I'm just trying to wrap everything up so I can get everything sent out to everybody. And so just been short on time and short on a lot of things, and been trying to fit in different places. And I've tried to be doing some Inktober drawings at work, but I just don't have the time, and so just fitting everything in has been tricky. But I think after this month and after I get the Kickstarter things sent out, I'll have more time to mess with things, and definitely found a nice little comfort spot as far as drawing styles and technique or whatever in all the painting. So it's definitely been successful, but I'll be kind of happy when it's over. Yeah, and about the days that I missed, I honestly am not sure I'll make them up. Like I said, it was vacation time, and I just wanted to totally take vacation, and it seems kind of opposite to the idea of vacation, just to pile that stress on when you get back. So maybe if I've got like a magical day of nothing to do, I'll maybe do some extra drawings, but I'm not gonna promise that. Anyway, I've been really enjoying the stuff that you're coming up with. Your last video was very sweet. It helped me get through the day that I watched it and draw. A lot of your stuff is evolving. It's really cool to see the kind of steps you've taken. I don't know if it's just in the way you're rendering something, but there's a number of the drawings you did, especially the guy with the light bulb head. There's something about the way you render that is evolving, and it's been fun to watch that happen. But yeah, keep up the good work, and we got this last week to go. So keep watching. I don't know how to end this video.